Like he would have had more kills if he was a bit luckier. But overall, Abaddon just like when we saw the pick, we instantly locked on stability,
Yep.
and he just was saving teammates left and right. We had a decent lane, like diving towers. He played a pretty solid game.
Overall, though, if you LeBron mentioned QO, right? So before we got into the studio, we were talking about we don't know how much Dota, QO, and MP are playing. Have you been convinced now that QO is actually practicing a bit, at least the
Yeah,
laning
for sure.
stage?
Yeah, for sure. He was like doing so much good in CS. Like he was hitting spells, like doing really good rotations. His game actually Viha, like he stole Wisdom Shine from the enemy, and they slowed them super a lot. Like Disruptor was level 5 forever. Like they couldn't take this early.
Yeah, it
fight.
really hurts the hero like Disruptor.
Yeah.
Like, it really ruins the whole tempo of your team. Like, because he is the guy that you want some levels on.
Even though Kyo made rotation there, but it was a bit late. He TP'd and killed Ember, but Ember already took the...
Shrines are a bit of a new thing. You know? Maybe he didn't play Dota in a while.
You're like, you need to defend the shrines. What?
Shrines who?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Fair.
And they even changed them now, so you could say they're easier to contest now because they're on the low ground.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of even the change on its own it attracts it more. You know, they want you to think about it more. Although on a very high level of Dota, it's the most important objective of first time.
Yep.
Overall, I mean, both of your support players. What's like the standard timing of a position 5 or a 4 getting level 6 now?
Depends. If you have a good game, it can be minute 9, even a bit maybe 8:30 to 9:30 if you have good game. Sometimes like normally it's maybe 10:30. Like
Yeah, on an average game, like both teams take their respective shrines, and like you get a bit of a lane from a core like 10:30 because you want to have it before this minute 12, and like depends if you have cores that farm jungle. Like on average game, I would say 10 minutes.
yeah.
So let's theorize a little bit about the next game. Who's making changes and what kind of changes have to be made? Is it going to be Phoenix?
The Phoenix definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they already lost 3 games in a convincing fashion to Enigma Galaxy, so they are the one that needs to make changes. They should be doing like I said, doing something that worked for them 10 years ago. But it's funny, Dota is kind of a circle where things go wrong, and like the Darkseer, Bara come back, the Bounty Hunter from Fabi, like they want to fight 24/7. Why not have a track? And like things like that, and just try something wild, maybe a Pudge, maybe a here, because if they go for standard stuff, what's the point?
Yeah, I agree with you. And in Dota history, we always see that some old strategies can bring it back. Like you said, you can literally bring any old strategy and it can work. Like you can run pick like this Bounty Darkseer or maybe Baratron, run at them.
Is it a good meta for it?
Why not?
The Bara is always good. Like I'm a big in my teams when I coach and draft and I tell my post 4 like I think we should pick Bara every time we think it's possible because it's a very unique hero. He breaks the map, and if you can get through the laning stage, especially in such chaotic games, he can make a big difference.
Do you recommend Bara in your teams, LeBron, as well, or is that?
You know, my Bara, when I play Bara, I just remove S from my keyboard, you know. There is no stop. You cannot stop charge, never. And I feel like this is hero for Fabi, you know. He's like vibing, you know, feeling like...
No, it's yes, for Fabi a bit, but it's we have to mention the Bara GOAT, it's March. Another ex-player of MVP Phoenix. He's not with us here today, but he used to play for this team. And he was the Baratuber. When you think Spirit Breaker, you think when you think Zeus, you think Merlini. When you think Spirit Breaker, you think March. And wish we had him here. He would definitely either as a coach pick him or he would play.
I thought he was gonna mention the pub guy, you know, Delfinos Cocoso. He only played
the only goats know about Delfino Cocosco. Only goat.
Yeah, that guy like 5,000 Bara games, and it was quite fun. So we want chaos. The thing is, do you think if they would be able to pull Enigma Galaxy into that chaos, would they still win, or do you think Enigma Galaxy comes out on top every time?
Likely not.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
But you never know. Dota is a beautiful, complex game. Anything can happen. And happen, and I just hope they get a shot, the real shot.
Yeah, I was worried when I saw. I mean, not worried. I was like happy for Phoenix. Like when I saw Kyo like at like 40 CS in 20 denies, and Vihan never he had only 20 CS, like not even like low level, but he did really good on the moment because like like highest MMR here in this game, right? So
Yeah,
he's
close
playing
mind
every day,
control.
like a lot of games. So he's in the full meta, and he understands where he need to be at a certain time. And he did really good.
Before we go to a break and actually get into the draft of the second game, after that one, just one more question, guys. So this kind of a tournament, show match and stuff, but do you think, let's say Nigma Galaxy wins it, is that going to be push that is going to be able to push mind control back into competitive gameplay, maybe Wiha as well?
I mean, I don't think Viha is aiming to go back competitive. No, but mind control, if like I think he deserves another chance. Like back in his days, he was one of the top players in the world, like similar to Amar now from offlane.
And he's like one of the most hardworking.
Hardworking.
Hardworking. Like he's playing like most pops from any players I know. Like literally always in the game. Like,
Yep. And, I mean, those hardworking guys are already getting ready for the next game. So we're gonna throw it to a break, and as soon as the draft starts, we'll be back.
Abu Dhabi and UAE at the moment seems to be the epicenter of autonomous robotics and many other activities.
Czekaj,
And we are back to the future with the games of the 2025 here in Abu Dhabi. I'm Harry. With me are Milan and LeBron, and you're watching Phoenix versus Nigma Galaxies. This is Game 2. We had a bit of a longer break, but now we're back with the draft of Game 2. Boys, you expected some changes from Phoenix. Do you see some changes in the bans, or is it pretty much the same?
they didn't ban the Centaur last time. Wind Ranger, Evoker, and Batrider, if I'm correct. And then
Yeah, that was banned.
they also have the first pick again, so the pick order is the same. But now with the first pick last time they took Task. I expect something else, like give us the Bounty Hunter,
Some respect banned Bane or the Dubu, you know.
Jakiro, Bane, Warlock. Oh, Dubo Warlock.
In the pool. Disruptor still, but yeah. Maybe after the first game you don't want to go for Disruptor again.
Oh, it's
When you
Warlock.
lose.
I showed the way of Warlock to Dubu. He just needs to do it.
Yeah, Milan, whoever sees you here in the
Abu Dhabi.
arena, you're just like Warlock. So
Yeah.
you've made a name for yourself.
I
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean Warlock is definitely one of the choices. Other way around, I would say, yeah, like a Bounty Hunter. But we can still combine the Bounty Hunter with the Warlock later.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's like as a Warlock spammer, I like this combination too because they both like to fight all the time. They have the
Insta respawn, Batrider. I know Isla can play it on 4, but this is probably weak on mid. Like this is his best hero right now.
Yeah, one of the best, and they banned it first phase last game. So I'm a bit of a bad core fan myself.
Yeah.
Like he just like when you see him get this Dragonlance Manta, he just starts like.
Are we gonna see that?
I mean, if it's core, probably. Like I think it's like a go-to build.
Yeah, it is for sure. Vika first game, he struggled a bit on the lane, and now he wanna dominate because Batrider, you wanna dominate the lane.
Yeah, I mean, teams, my mid lane players always struggle to find like besides Queen of Pain, like a hero to match Batrider in the lane. Of course, you can pick a Storm Spirit, Void Spirit. You can survive. Before you could pick Puck too to do just okay, but now Puck seems like a bit deleted. I mean, we'll see next game maybe. Vikings.
Position 4, I love to pick some melee and just pull the waves. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's a go-to strategy. I think Warlock is personally almost uncounterable because like it's easier, like it's easy to play because you know exactly what the enemy is gonna do, and like you have to. But I think it's the right approach.
I love this combination. Ogre Magi, with Rider, you're buffing him, like giving him movement speed, attack speed,
Dragonlance and Bloodbath,
everything what he needs.
Plus Yasha, it's gonna be, if it works out, it looks insane.
I mean, LeBron, you've been calling out for the Ogre for a long time, and we got him.
Boost 1 damage, This is a huge buff.
Huge buff, huge buff.
we were going through his patch notes and the important things, and then one of the things like randomly Ogre Magi +1 damage.
only him and Cactus.Dota know about this change. Nobody else does.
Also, like he plays Ogre,
Oh, that's why he picked it, because of the +1 damage.
Yeah. So MVP, oh no, just the Phoenix. They're gonna do the Pudge and a core. I would say a core. I feel like this Pudge should be support.
Maybe some Mars.
Just a Febia. I mean, they need some vanilla core. Yeah, Ember is okay. Setting up for hooks.
Oh, is this, man? This is gonna be a Darkseer, right? For Phoenix, this is the classic setup. Pudge,
I mean, it's
Darkseer, Ember.
Could be.
It wouldn't be surprising. And already, I think Vika will bet mid, and they will pick. An offlaner, perhaps, for mind control. Or just Abba themselves. Is Abba banned? No. Like, already Searing Chains and, like, Warlock.
Yeah.
So it's an easy pick. And for Isla, I mean...
Muerta again?
Muerta, I mean, why fix it if it's not broken? He played really well last game. So.
You can stop Pudge ultimate. You can always silence Ember.
I mean, although if Abba is not in the lane, it can be a hard lane for Muerta versus Warlock. He mentioned you want to pull the way, whatnot, the range heroes.
Yeah, lane can be problematic.
This is another Isla hero. I think when I play him, he likes to pick up.
Do you like the line here? I don't know. Whenever I see super hard lockdown and then it's like a big save like a Pudge, I don't see it as super valuable.
Overall, I think Lion is a great hero.
It's good, but I feel like it's like a glass of cannon. But
It's hard to pull up, right?
it's hard to pull, and it's like very easy to kill. But maybe with Abaddon, and if you get some auras from offlaner, I think it will work.
I mean, I think one interesting thing in Nigma Galaxy lineup is that, congratulations, handshake. Nigma Galaxy lineup is that they're very versatile, where they can put their roles. They can still put Bat off lane, Abba off lane, Bat mid, Abba carry. With this in mind, I think they should pick a new carry, like a Sven, Ursa, maybe even Templar Assassin, like and punish this Darkseid. And just put Abba versus Warlock, just remove the shield and whatnot.
You can play also Batrider carry against Darkseid and destroy him on the lane.
Yeah, but
Maybe because of the carry role.
it's not something that Yavar will play.
Yeah, but you can send Yavar on the mid, right? Yavar used to play mid, right?
Yes, but back in the days.
What about a Juggler for Nigma? Is that an option?
Yeah, for sure. Like this is another like classic, I would say, Darkseid counter. Like healing work is also amazing as Ember Spirit, like because he likes to spam and poke.
I do like the Tide Band though. That looks like it would have rounded up the Enigma Galaxy draft quite nicely, even though it's not a carry.
I think they need, of course, first Phoenix needs a carry for MP with the Warlock versus potentially Abba. Like a TB comes to mind.
Yeah, I also think about it's good against Abba, but in my mind is always like Weaver. I think like MP was one of the he loved to play Weaver before, like in secret. He was the guy who played it a lot.
Maybe put him on the mid on Ember Spirit and give Phantom Assassin to Cure. Because like Warlock, Phantom Assassin is.
I really like this Dark Searing to Abaddon because you're gonna have this.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Illusion, the wall.
What you know? What hero came to mind for me because I remember they used to play it back in the day, a Slark. Because I feel like Enigma Galaxy, if you put Abaddon offlane, he's still gonna be okay. But if you're not doing it, you need something fat, something that buys a pipe. So Slark would definitely do well against that.
Yeah, Slark for who?
For Phoenix.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. He also got quite buffed, I would say. Like he basically is 2 abilities at level 1, and he's a classic counter to both Abba and Batrider. He only cares about the Lion, but they go back for the Juggernaut. Also a bit of a deny pick, as you mentioned.
Yep.
Now Ursa is out, Jugger is out. Next hero on the list is Sven. When you see the Darks there.
I would love to see Enigma picking some offlaner for MC that has aura, like Crimson is really
What
good
is
against
left?
Jagger.
I mean,
Basically now you can just Crimson into Jagger ulti and he will do 0 damage, right?
yes, but there's a lot of magic damage. So if you buy a Crimson, you'll just die to like multiple shells.
But you buy Pipe as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Pipe and Crimson,
yeah,
Let's go Pitlord.
that's gonna be very late. I mean, I still think they're gonna pick just carry on for Yavar. Yavar carry. What's left?
I mean, you talked about Medusa last time around.
More like Glenn or Weaver, yeah.
Weaver.
I mean, it would be just hard to fit this off lane versus Warlock Jug. You just put the Abba there and let him exist, remove the Pedal Bones. And the Weaver, one of my personally favorite heroes. I think he is good in a lot of games.
How is their catch for the Weaver? It doesn't look great.
I mean, there is some searing chains, but the only thing that prevents his ulti is the Pudge, position 4 Pudge, which is the Pudge is a great hero in a support, but you don't want to only rely on one hero, especially not the Pudge.
I agree.
What about also
Touch control.
I look at the Abaddon Aphotic Shield also as a problem for him. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But they have 5 heroes that can run at you. Is that enough? Can they force Enigma Galaxy into a mistake? Is this the draft that you guys have been looking for?
It's a step in the right direction. I still favor the Enigma draft. It's more compact again. It's just they have a little bit of everything. Besides the maybe Abba, like a position 3, lacking stun and team fight, they really have again like super tempo. Like minute 12, they're gonna fight back.
Yeah,
Are they gonna be buying the pipe on the Abaddon, LeBron?
Maybe if you have very bad game, maybe you can go. But I feel like Phoenix need to snowball really quick, like first 15-20 minutes, and if they don't do it, like I don't think they have a chance.
With that being said, hopefully they do. They've already lost 3 games versus Enigma Galaxy in this tournament. And we'll see if it's going to be the 4th one, or maybe they're going to be staying in the tournament and forcing it into a decider game. Our casters will be taking it away right now. Boys, it's your game now.
A surprise Weaver pick coming in the very end. And also, I have to say, I actually think the Weaver has been buffed quite a bit in this current patch, even if it doesn't reflect in the patch notes directly for the Weaver. I think one of the biggest buffs that Weaver is going to get actually is the nerf to assist gold. Now that supports are getting a lot less assist gold and a few of those initial kills and whatnot, it does feel like around that 14 to 16 minute mark, if a Weaver goes for a Desolator build, it will be doing so much more damage to the back lines when maybe they don't have that full glimmer cape that they would have otherwise.
It is also, just an overall really good Weaver pick. I believe the panel were also mentioning this. There's a severe lack of lockdown available for Phoenix. Really, the only source of lockdown they have is the Searing Chains, I really doubt that Podge's Dismember is going to be that big critical factor because you have that hard dispel available by Mind Control. I may not be a huge fan of the Weaver, but in this game, with the Desolator, you can actually just take every Phoenix down. There's not exactly a whole lot of things found in their lineup. They're not super tanky heroes. Even the Pudge, T-Time, well, traditionally he is supposed to be, that big strength-based score, doesn't actually have too much armor, and on the support position, the Pudge isn't tanky at all.
Yeah, especially going up against Weaver, Pudge's only objective is being able to get a Blink Dagger to get a good Dismember off. So Weaver, I mean, honestly, even a Lincoln Sphere wouldn't be terrible. There isn't really anything outside of the Dismember to break it either when you look at it. I actually think Dismember is the only point and target ability they have on.
And this mid-lane QO is going to suffer quite hard. Weeha is playing yet another playmaker. It is one of his best heroes, and he's playing into an Ember that the Batrider completely destroys.
Yeah, Q's been double countered out with the line and the Batrider, and it does feel like the last game where he was given so many resources. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case over here. You see some very aggressive lanes coming out from both the Weaver and the Abaddon on offlane and safe lane, so it'll be hard for these supports to be leaving their jobs to go and try and help Qo in his.
And because Qo, you saw the Batrider as your mid lane contender, and Qo still decided to purchase all of these branches, the Quelling Blade, as well as a magic stick. So his bottle is actually going to come out quite late. In a lane that he's already going to be starved for sustain. He may not even be able to go for either of these water runes because the Batrider will probably just chase after him.
Well, speaking of QO and the Batrider, this looks like maybe we've been wrong all along. QO is getting Weeha down to 50 HP. We have to be incredibly careful. Hard to take down that flame.
Just come here. Forget the courier, Febby. Just go for the hook.
Okay, he has gone for the hook. You have to be a bit more specific than that. No way to get away, and Yaoren is out of realize that. So for the next few levels, it is a little bit of a bully situation going on.
They also realized that the Fudge, Febby, was on that mid side because remember, he took the courier down. So that was actually prime time to make McGallagher go in. And for Phoenix, they should have backed off with their darts here.
Aggressing Febby in the meanwhile, all he's looking is Greece. He had a very good clutch game earlier on in the tournament as well, but of course the support price is really so much you can do. Nice Ironwood barrage from Isla just to make sure that forward. Meanwhile, there's a vacuum that's setting up a lot of damage. Forev doesn't have Shikuchi, and the Yaower doesn't have Shikuchi, and because of that, he might end up going down with the help of the Iron Shell. Forev, what a play!
Yaower does get the kill before Forev takes Yaower out. So Yaower did end up getting that solo kill experience. It's not all that bad for the Weaver.
Even better for the Dark because he also gets that solo.
That's true.
And he died in
I suppose it's okay either way, but really that first blood did go the way of Enigma Galaxy, on towards the Dark Sphere. So this was a bit of a recovery kill for Ev, not really
that tiny baby
advantageous.
TV screen because despite all the advantages for him, he's being zoned out even after that kill. He's so stylish, man.
And that's one of the things, because of the StarCraft dominance in by the Koreans. Every single time you see a Korean up in you just naturally want to cheer for them.
Yeah. More available in Val titles. The stun comes out after the surge, and Forev would have been dead. Because it's been guaranteed, have to be very careful with the surge when you're going up against single target stun and a hero that can pursue you in the Weaver. It's one of the reasons why Weaver can be so good, and that just as good as that hook is. Riaz might be dead over here, but he's looking to fight back. He wants the kill. Baby's not coming to gank. Baby's coming to deliver food.
QO might good series change to create that distance. But that was QO setting up that hook with his searing chains, and instead of Phoenix ending up with the kill, the Pudge ended up losing his life. So So for Weehaw, that is completely worth it, and QO is not out of trouble quite just yet. There is a lion lying in wait for QO to overextend. I said this is gonna go back to that bot lane. I think when you're playing a hero like Lion, just keeping your lane and getting experience is a good idea.
Yeah, because of this, but nice taking from the line and to experience is going to be the next fall. Yauer gets a double kill. Isla gets more experience. This is sort of everything you want.
And this offlane for Phoenix really is not working out. This last pick Weaver has got them off guard. And I can't blame them because Yauer has been playing the Abaddon for the entirety of this tournament for Nigma Galaxy. So when you see that Abaddon being picked up, one would expect that it's going to be Yauer, but Nigma Galaxy just switched it up. The big question will be what Mind Control actually builds up, because I'm sure it cannot be the Radiance.
Aura's do seem very good in this. You can hold a point because right now the root comes out on Rhea. Rhea can't help out Nagato, but the problem is that Rhea's just with his threat of his Firefly and the amount of napalm tracks he's managed to pick up, he even grabs, oh my god, he lassos QO and then pursues after Febby. This is just a man having the best time of his life. Now he goes uphill, closes the distance with Dubu, gets experience for kill number 3 as well.
A disaster for Phoenix as even MP towards that bot lane is just going to end up falling. No Omni Slash, no way to fight back.
Yeah, this is maybe the opposite of the start that we got of the last game. You know, where we've got hope for Phoenix, where we're seeing QO have a good game. We has been kind of dumbstruck a little bit in lane. That's what was happening last game. This time, no. And speaking of no, Issa's making his way over. Stun is out, and he's going to have the Hex as well. Oh, he's trying to go for the body blocks, but eventually he will lose it. Nigma Galaxy getting greedy. Last time they got, what, 4 bounty runes?
4 Shrines of Wisdom, yeah. This time they won't be so lucky. Isla, unfortunately, did not have enough mana for the Hex. Otherwise, he would have been able to stop that Dark Tier and grab the Shrine of Wisdom. But it's still okay. They're not starved for experience. They're not starved for gold. Really, Nigma Galaxy have a massive lead. 3,000 net worth of it at the 7.5-minute mark. As even that bot lane tower falls. Mind Control isn't really playing a hero that can take out towers so early on, but somehow Nigma Galaxy are really coming out with it all. Let's see though. 8-minute power rune does go the way of QO as it is a shield rune. This can provide a bit of a buffer for QO to stay alive. Despite of the fact that he is underneath an observer board, and Febby, despite of him planting himself towards his mid lane, for quite so long, he really hasn't found the kind of success that you would look for. Because hooking Weehaw in isn't really an ideal case for Phoenix. Quite simply, Weehaw could even want to be hooked in. But right now, he is low on his HP. Isla does not have that finger of death. So they don't have that massive burst damage. And you can already tell that Phoenix, they're being pressured quite a bit. Or rather, they are feeling the heat quite a bit because Febby just threw out the hook to bring QO back. But the danger is not over. Isla coming in with the Hex to start things off with and has the Earth Spike. But Weehaw does not want to go in for the lasso because Febby is revealing himself underneath that observer ward. However, it's Yauer coming in from that backline, catching Febby with the Ignite going out. That is a confirmed kill as QO no longer has his punch beside him. He's going to try to go for that Remnant back into his tier 2 tower, a position that Nigma Galaxy cannot extend towards. And I think they will just settle to apply pressure towards this tier 1 tower on the mid side.
This is going from bad to worse. It feels like nothing can stop Yauer at all, Tarkus. I mean, 62 to 100 net worth before the 10-minute mark is a truly impressive number. Let me just put it that way.
He's just gotten so many kills. He's a skill after
7
kill,
and
really.
1. I mean,
He'll have a Desolator by that 10-minute mark.
That's
Around
such
that
an
10-minute mark.
absurd timing. And then who's going to survive? We're already talking about how this Weaver with the Desolator would be really, really powerful. A Weaver with the Desolator at 10 minutes is going to have 20 charges on it by 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just not a good look. I don't think anyone survives, really. Not even the Juggernaut. I think, you know, in one of those tricky situations where the Juggernaut just has so much damage against him, using a Blade Fury
Would
just becomes a
guaranteed
negative.
kill. Yeah. Because the only way you really stay alive is with the Omni Slash, funnily enough. So you need detection on the Weaver, and you need to Omni Slash him to stay alive long enough for the rest of your teammates to make their way over and help you.
And lock him down with really no lockdowns available in your team.
Yawer is going to be coming forward, teleport out from the Darkseer. He has come through with information. That information is that there are red laser beams coming out of this ant. That ain't good.
Really isn't, and I wonder what the game plan will be. Right now, Dubu is on the mid lane to try and get the chaotic offering up that will add into their disable. It's not much, but at this point, you take what you can get. And Weehaw is in danger.
He just fights back every time. Gets the lasso out of Febby. That'll be the guaranteed kill. And Kyo's amplified damage rune right now is just baiting him into a losing battle. Even if you get the kill on the Bad Rider, a 1-for-2 isn't worth it when all in the meanwhile, Yawer's just having his way with your triangle.
It's really not worth it because he didn't even get the kill with it. He got the assist goal, which has already been nerfed. So it's really not good. Warlock is also going to end up falling here. Just Desolator stacks going up for Yawer again and again, as it is the first one of those stacks. But now this tier 1 tower should also go down. Nigma Galaxy can't just push it all the way through.
He's going to have 20 by in 10 minutes. I can almost guarantee it. Maybe even before that.
Is Forev dead? He is. There's a force
Weehaw
stop.
with the force stuff is just going to destroy him. Darkseer is supposed to be mobile. He even drops the wall down. And now Forev, I mean, listen, all he can do is try and help with a little dominator creep. It's a good hook though. And Febby will at least guarantee that Weehaw will fall. But look at the commitment and look at who's coming in from behind. Yawer is taking the long way around. The Wrap will come through the triangle, and he's coming forward. He hears fresh meat, and that's the sound of Budge walking, not Budge talking. Febby, oh, that's a little bit too early. Yawer doesn't get the stacks for that.
Yeah, I think it's heard the
Galaxy.
one finger punch that we were speaking about earlier. He wants a bit of that limelight. As the Finger of Death cooldown has been reduced in the patch, it's been reduced by a whole 10 seconds. It may not seem like much, but that just means you get to dish out more Finger of Deaths as time goes on.
You're absolutely right, Ultras. It doesn't feel like much.
Hey, it's going to be back up in 10 seconds earlier.
Woo! What a party. Speaking of a party, I think Yawer likes the crowd that's getting assembled in the triangle. He'll maybe even look to go say hi to those ancients over there. Sentry ward out. The only purpose is for Kyo to be able to recede.
MP can't even farm uncontested because there's an Abaddon in his lane which he can't trade well against. And there's a Lion on the other side ready to make his life a living hell. So MP will have to go to the jungle to farm, which is already going to slow down his farming capacity. All the meanwhile, his team is getting pressured all across the map.
I mean,
a root here is going to be impossible for his units are blocking it. Initial
from Juggernaut on the teleportation, so they know they're going to be able to get their Reaver in sooner rather than later. Kyo's running out of mana, so fighting inside the Flamebreak will be difficult. He uses his wand and everything he can, but all that Weehaw is doing is buying time for Yawer to come in. Febby's a dead man, but the wand, in fact, keeps him alive as well. So Yawer, using the time lapse back, gets less than he thought he would. And they managed to protect their Ancient as well. All in all, a very good skirmish for Phoenix.
It is good, but only because Nigma Galaxy are overextending. I think they feel so confident right now to make these kinds of plays, just applying pressure all across the map. And Phoenix's heroes are scrambling to try and provide support for their cores, but they just can't seem able to.
Run out onto the onto the Juggernaut, and you can see what we meant by using the Blade Fury is just going to put him more at risk. Dubu has been forced away in the meanwhile.
That 10-second less of a cooldown on the finger of death coming into play there.
There you go. You are
Kill on the core and tier 2 tower as well.
Insane. All because of that 10 seconds. Have you ever seen 10 seconds less be so damn good?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
For Nigma Galaxy is going to separate them, or rather is going to guide them to that 4th place position,
Dire's
guaranteed.
top tower is under attack.
Ember Spirit QO is trying to go for that Maid Slayer. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that item isn't going to help them.
What do you mean? You're saying there's no mages to slay over here?
There
might be
are
right.
mages to slay, but there are no mages they can slay.
I see. Well, I don't know where Merlin is, but I do know where Forev is. He is in the process of getting taken down by Weah's Lasso. And there you go, yet another quick little Desolator charge coming out for Yawer.
This is quite frankly brutal to watch. 4,000 net worth discrepancy between both of these two carries as Phoenix are trying desperately to find something across the map. But at this point, they're not even going to be left with breadcrumbs.
Yawer goes out and about. QO just doesn't have the armor to be able to stand up and try and defend with this. Yawer being able to get to the back lines this quick means even the sleight of fist spam is going to have to come with a fair amount of care. Now, the good thing for Phoenix is that there isn't a Blink Dagger online yet. The bad thing for Phoenix is that Blink Dagger is on the courier.
It's like Oliver Twist was denied his first serving. You know, it's like we never got to see him ask for more.
May I have some? Isn't the line, may I have some more? No, sir. May I have some, please? Just some.
And then he cannot, and then he gets denied book over.
Well, Yawer now goes out and he's hoping to put a full stop down, but it's a good catch. Dismember's there, and the big bug is down. Why stop at 1 when you can get 3? MP comes in to be the difference maker.
Great set of kills found. That was a 3 to 4,000 negation of that net worth advantage. Nigma Galaxy, again, this was the second time they got punished in that triangle. And sure, they're super far ahead, but you have to remember the big goal, the big objective. Dismember with the chaotic offering, it was all perfectly timed to stop that time lapse from coming out. And the Ogre Magi and the Lion could not do a single thing about it. Great set of kills. I think Phoenix, if they can do some more of that, they can find their way back into this game.
That's definitely what they're hoping for. I think one of the things that maybe we've discussed a bit less is the single-minded nature of the damage coming out from Nigma Galaxy. Yawer is really the only right-clicker. I'm not sure what the Abaddon is building right now. Mind Control could maybe come in as well, but they're not on a timer. But should it somehow get to a super late-game situation, it will be awkward.
It'll be awkward for sure. But the Lion is one of the best supports, or rather one of the best heroes in that super late game. And AoE Hex, Earth Spike, 3 Earth Spikes available at the level 20 mark. It is very difficult to stop that Lion. Just the amount of disables he comes in with.
The Chrysalis
Not
is
to
one of
mention the Ogre Magi. You have a lot of heroes that scale really well that Phoenix don't have. On Phoenix's side, the Darkseer, Juggernaut, and I suppose those are the only 2 heroes that scale. The Ember Spirit starts to fall off in that ultra late game. Does do well up until the mid to late game though.
The Chrysalis is one of the best items you can get on Weaver to be able to power spike up after the Desolator as well. And not only does he have it, he's now already setting his signs out for more. Yawer is still very much the raid boss, the one who has to be really catered to for the entirety of the Radiant side gameplay, even now.
I like how Febby is itemizing. He's actually going for that contingency plan. Weha? He won't get the lasso. But Febby actually is only 2 more components away to that Aghanim Scepter. I think once you get to that Aghanim Scepter, that Ion Shell combination can do quite a bit. The only problem is he can't actually survive against the Weaver's hits.
Yeah, it has to be on the Weaver they go. Good hook, it's on the wrong target perhaps. Mind control is just fighting back. Oh my goodness, it hurts. And now, I mean, even if you ended up remnanting back, you would have just died to the Abaddon.
It's 2 carries they have. You know, mind control with the what kind of game that Enigma Galaxy were having in the early game, decided to go for the Radiance, and quite simply, the it's only greedy if you get punished for it, right? Otherwise, it's just opportunity that you
Radiant's
took.
middle tower has fallen.
Like a Warcraft 3 cheat code. Greed is good.
Yeah. So, but it's one you use where you don't put in too much because then you know you don't have suspicious eyes on you.
Hey man,
just give
can we
yourself a
listen?
little
That was
extra.
listen, dude. That was like 10 years ago. Can you stop talking about Weeha's Miko? The Weefresh saga is gone, man. One of the most celebrated star rising mid laners of his time. Of course, second place at TI as well with a makeshift squad of Digital Chaos. One of the most legendary Cinderella runs that we've seen at TI ever. Debbie, out and about, he says he might as well have a last meal before he goes down, and well, he will go down. That was always guaranteed.
I love how Forever just used the surge and abandoned that purge without a second thought, as if, see ya, buddy, I'm not sticking around for that one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Duo, meanwhile, I feel like it's mean of me just to point it out, but
No,
so
I think
I'm
it might be. I think it might be.
Yeah.
Guys, I just need you to look at the left and just look at the graphs, and you'll see.
Radiant's
You'll
top
see it.
tower is under
You'll
attack.
see the Lion being 400 gold behind him. Now, I'm not saying that's maybe the Lion's just crazy farm, guys. You ever think about that?
he has had a great game. I mean, I think every single time his finger of death has been off a cooldown, it's been used within the 5 to 10 second interval. They've certainly been playing around the timings with that really well.
Radiant's top
And it's a
tower
great finger of death game.
And
All of Phoenix's heroes are super squishy.
and if not for that 10-second buff, who knows if this would have been possible at all?
He's still thinking about whether or not he wants to all in for that Aghanim Scepter, as I'm afraid that Phoenix don't actually have too much room left now, quite literally. They don't have a single tier 2 topper standing, so that means they're going to be boxed in. The walls are going to constantly come closing down on them, and only 1 or 2 heroes can now farm from this point, and that too with a bit of risk. MP is outside of his base. Sure, he has that Blade Fury into that teleport, but there's a lasso that can actually cancel that TP. And it's the lasso that's actually chasing him right now.
Oh no. He's waiting for company. Oh, you can't TP away like that. I'm so very sorry. It just isn't possible. Even the Impale coming out, and MP knew he was dead. Why use the Omni Slash? Did delay.
You're going to have to expect that kind of maneuver by Enigma Galaxy at this point. They are
Radiant
going to
has
run
fallen.
out of their ages. I'm just
Oh, no.
not sure if that's going to change anything. Yobber has 16,000 net worth at the 24-minute mark. At this point, hooking anyone in is going to be you losing your team.
I think he also almost has a satanic.
You need to find the perfect initiation. You need to find the
Radiant's middle
perfect
tower is
vacuum
under attack.
wall combination. Dismember, chaotic offering, have
Bonds.
fatal bonds on everyone from Enigma Galaxy. Use the Omni Slash, mate clear them down, and it can be enough. But it's just, and this is one of the reasons why I love Dota. It's because you can think about the perfect strategy. You can even see yourself using it, but things rarely go that way. It's chaos and disruptions in the middle of your initiative.
Oh no, Defender's gonna use that go call.
Radiant's top tower.
If only Yower had been hit, that would have meant maybe it's time to go in. Good kill found though. I misread the map a little bit over there, but Weaver not being nearby means that they have to disengage. Via's considering coming back in, but will not be able to do so. Febi's not too far off, so the hook would have certainly been assisting the Ember Spirit.
Mind Control is also super farmed up. He doesn't have, the KDA maybe of a super involved player, but he just simply has too much farm. He can out-carry the Juggernaut at this point. Weehaw has that Hurricane Pike built up now. So the Batrider's auto-attack damage has to be respected. It's one of those deceptive things where you think he's not doing so much, but because of his napalm stacks, he's actually doing quite a bit. They're on the hunt for Yawver, but he has Isla beside him.
Yeah,
In fact, he has quite a few heroes beside him.
That'll be key. His hunt is being led by Yower instead. The hook goes through the corpse of MP. He can't do anything about this. Teleportation from the Pudge will not be cancelled as Foreign does come over with a nice double hook stun. The problem is QO just remnanted back to Yower.
Feast for my beetles.
I mean,
Yeah, that's not good. And losing MP was already bad enough, but with Duo losing his life there as well, that's 2 cores down, that's 20 seconds, you won't have your Omni Slash. And that might mean the first time that Enigma Galaxy come knocking on your high ground. And I'm afraid Danger isn't going to be answering them.
I mean, how do you do anything about this? They have such good seasonal heroes as well on top of it all. Mind Control, the hook onto him does absolutely nothing. They can't use their Omni Slash here.
He hasn't even skilled up his borrow time tea time. He's level 17. We're 26 minutes in. Are you telling me that Mind Control has not been put in a position to skill up his borrowed time all this time?
I'm not telling you that, Teltris, but I think you might be right about it.
This is perhaps, I think it is in fact the latest game in which a core Abaddon hasn't felt the need to skill his ultimate off. 27 minutes in, I can't believe what I'm seeing. At this point, he could have actually given so many of his skill points in his attributes, and it would have been better.
Smoke from the Radiant side is just a mark of desperation. Now Mind Control might be given a reason to skill it up, but look at them run away from him. Of course he's not going to. Lion is coming over. That brings all 5 of the Dire side into position to initiate. They need the Hex onto QO, ideally, but no! That's a great start of the fight. Nagato's been cliffed up by the vacuum, but the problem is you are going to lose QO for it. Liver Cape or not, good Fatal Bonds onto 2, and the damage is really coming out massively. The problem is it's only coming out temporarily, and with MP not being in position to use his Omni Slash, that damage doesn't matter. Mind Control still without having skilled up the borrowed time. He's on a quest, and that quest is simple. I don't want to use my borrowed time even once. Stun comes in to interrupt. The Satanic will heal up Yower completely as well. There's no buyback available for the Pudge, no buyback available for the Juggernaut, and no buyback for the Ember Spirit. This might be GG, and QO calls it. What an incredibly dominant performance coming out from Enigma Galaxy.
Radiant's middle base has fallen.
This was just lost Phoenix every step of the way, that from the draft phase where they picked up that Weaver as their last pick to Weehaw coming in with a flashy Batrider that dominated Phoenix all the way through. Mind Control, the core Abaddon that did not feel the need, that did not feel the heat. 27 minutes in, did not have to skill up his borrowed time. It was just a straight up outclass by Enigma Galaxy.
Absolutely, there was never a question about it. Better draft, better play, and while game number 1 shows us what Phoenix is certainly capable of in terms of giving a real legitimate challenge, game number 2 is a reminder that legitimate challenges don't mean that you are a legitimate challenger to someone who is as dominant as the players on your screen. I mean, we have what a performance coming through from him in particular in the mid lane this time, really redeeming himself with one gone by, and Phoenix is all smiles as they know that this one was just one where they got the better team won today, and they know it as well. Always good to see the Legends back in town. Always good to see the Legends back on the server, away from just coaching. But the question is, what did the analysts feel about the Legends and how they performed over here?
Oh, what a game, or what a series. Pretty easy for Enigma Galaxy. You guys expected it. We got to see the fabled Phoenix Darkseer, and with pretty much, this was 3 melee heroes. Usually it was with 4, but it didn't make a difference. And I have to say, we were down at the crowd at like minute 10. Both of you said this game's over. What happened? Like, how did you know that there's just no way that they can come back?
They lost lanes pretty hard, and like we already like said, the only way to win this game for Phoenix or for Phoenix in general is to kind of stomp, snowball, and already at this point, as we see in highlights, it was always kind of done and dusted.
It was literally like first pick bet, like it was 9, but first pick for the Enigma, and like he was having such a good game, you know. Even like when Fabi was ganking him, he was dying to him, like so, like, and they were like 2 versus 1. So, and there was like they were playing everywhere like really good, like a lot of rotations from Ogre, from even Weaver using the gate, hitting Jugger, like you can see it here, like kill him twice, open the tower. So basically Enigma Galaxy, they were playing super fast on every lane.
Yeah, before we mentioned this Weaver, like he can really snowball, and we see in this game Yavar stomped his lane alongside Nagato, and then afterwards, like he was just ahead of like 4 or 5,000 gold ahead of every single hero in this game, and he was just unstoppable. They had no lockdowns, and even this one lockdown they have, his Abba shield, like he was basically mortal from minute 15, and like it's almost impossible to play in this kind of game. Phoenix.
At least we can see Phoenix. They had like fun, you know. They were laughing. Fabi,
Yeah.
saw them.
Classic Fabi, you know. Just.
I mean, they came over to have fun.
Yeah.
Do you think coming into the tournament they thought they were going to do great, or they thought this was kind of going to be the place at which they go out?
What do you think? What
I
expectations?
think it was like old friends, like somebody.
Reunion, yeah,
Let's
like
see
high school reunion.
Yeah, just a reunion, you know. You're having fun, you know, like some nostalgia, you know, like we used to be really good, you know, still good, but not that good, you know, in Dota, they are not professional players. Dubu is still active, like spamming. I don't know if he's looking for a team as a player.
No. I think Dubu is just would make a great coach. I mean, overall, like Sam B, March, Dubu, Koreans do make a good coach. They're very.
Keen as well, right?
Yeah, Keen is already legendary. He's just been out from a scene for a while, I think. So yeah, the Korean players are very good coaches. Yeah.
So, let's say you're saying because friends came over, they didn't have a lot of expectations. Let's say your old like LAN buddies, right, from Serbia, from the same country, if you would come together, what would your expectations be? Or would you be happy like this while losing, or would it be a little bit different?
I mean, you're not gonna be happy losing, but you know you're not gonna be disappointed.
Okay.
You didn't come here like to win. You know?
I mean, every Dota player is a competitor at heart, and like you would come to win, but you also need to be realistic. I mean, I think Phoenix playing against E7 or in group stage, like previous matches, they would be pretty devastated if they lost. But playing against Mind Control, Viha, some of the like profound players of Dota 2 history, they accept it. You know, they're like, it is how it is.
And all players from Enigma Galaxy, they're like playing every day, like spamming pubs, constantly grinding, you know. So, and from Phoenix, I think Dubu is the only one that is super active. Maybe forever, I'm not sure, but
I'm not sure either. But the difference was like very obvious in skill gap.
So how do you feel about Enigma and their match later on in the day? Do you think they're still coming in as the favorites, or?
I think it's gonna be a very even game. I expect 2-1 to be.
Like-
I cannot say who's gonna win, but it's gonna be 2-1 for somebody.
Usually, I would go over like respective roles and like to touch on it. So it's gonna be
Vika against Trauman.
Vika against Trauman. It's of course Trauman is much higher MMR, but Vika is much higher MMR, pro player, XTA finalist 2 times, and Trauma is kind of just streamer. But Trauma, as he showed, he plays his own Dota. He creates his version of Dota of mid lane in which he can play against the type of players of Vika are. So they find ways, like same as we wanted to Phoenix. Yeah, the skill gap is big, but you want to create a scenario where your qualities can show up.
Yeah. Maybe MMR is just a number, He was MVP of last game,
I mean, you named him MVP of the last game. I don't know if everybody else agreed, but sure, that's fine. So, is this the best that Nigma can offer, or do you think they were even goofing around a little bit, knowing that they're the stronger team?
I don't think they were goofing. They were super serious. Like just picking Abaddon 2 games in a row, You can see they're super serious,
Yeah,
They're not here to have fun. They want to win.
Drafting was serious for sure. I mean, there was like few deaths and like overextensions, but that's kind of normal.
Yeah. With that being said, we're gonna take it over to the stage to see what they have to say.
All right, so I'm joined here by the winning team, Nigma Galaxy, coming off strong at the Games of the Future here in Abu Dhabi 2025. And I'm joined here by one of the team members. First of all, congratulations. Walk me through the game plan, the experience, the synergy that has been between you and the team members. You guys took the lead in the first 2 rounds. Just walk me through the whole kind of mindset and the whole experience that you guys had on stage.
Hello everyone. We had a very nice team early game. We figured out how to build bounty rooms. We figured out how to play around the water rooms. And our laning was much more stable than yesterday. We decided that it's better to just play a slow, stable game instead of rushing and making bad decisions. And I think that helped us to have such a good game for us.
Now, of course, Dota is all about strategy. What's the strategy was like before you guys started the game, maybe during rehearsals while you and the team members were preparing for this game? What's the strategy been like? And did you guys follow it to win in the first 2 maps?
We decided to switch captains. I was the captain until yesterday, but today we decided to put Nagato on the captain, and we listened to him, and his game plan worked very well.
Amazing. Now, I want to talk to your other team members, right? Tell me a little bit more about your experience here in Abu Dhabi, competing at one of the biggest events that we've had in the region, Games of the Future. What's your experience been like over here?
Honestly, this country feels like a second home to me. So I'm enjoying my time right now. The games are fun. Organization is quite good. I'm enjoying the PCs are set up quite nicely. Everything is to our liking.
Amazing. Now, I want to talk to the coach, right, to the leader of the team. If you can come over here, please. I hate to put you on the spot, but we have to hear from you. Now, tell me a little bit more about your plan. Of course, you guys are moving into the second round right now. Tell me a little bit more about your plan now moving forward into a probably tougher team.
I think our next plan to stay on same page, and we try to improve our teammate in game, and hopefully for the best.
Amazing. Well, best of luck to you guys. Nigma Galaxy, the winners for today's competition. And we hope to see you again soon on stage doing your thing. Thank you, guys.
We heard some nice words from the Nigma boys, and they're going to be playing on later on in the day. But we're going to be focusing on the match that we've been waiting for. We wanted to see this one, just how Phoenix played. But now we're going to be seeing, at the moment, the 2 strongest teams in the finals, which is going to be Vikings versus Win, and of course in the lower bracket at the end of the day it is going to be Trauma team versus Nigma Galaxy. Guys, how do these matchups now look to you? Is the next one as close as you talked about the last one as well?
You mean Vikings win?
Yeah.
I think it's more like 60-40 at least for Win.
Yeah, I think
but both teams have like some really good players, so we'll see.
It's gonna be balanced games, from the win team, I can say there is like two supports that are gonna stand out, like they're professional players, and like supports like having like such a huge impact early game and later on. I think this can affect the series. Obviously, in the Team Vikings, we have like Matson. He's like rank 20, so super high MMR player playing against Rostic, who is like streamer, right? So maybe there's gonna be some difference there as well.
Yeah, we also have like some of the players that wanna come back, like this the support, like Pilot Eye. He's kind of a legendary player himself. Maybe he wasn't, so he doesn't have the achievements of a lot of like TI wins or like major wins, but during his time in Cloud9, he had like a year with like 10 second places on premier tournaments. Like he played in one of the golden eras for Cloud9 with Eternal Envy and was regarded as like one of the masterminds behind their success.
I mean, I'm hoping that we see something like that, and for that to happen, first we need to throw it to a break, but as soon as the players are ready, we're coming back with the show with the upper bracket finals.
Abu Dhabi and UAE at the moment seems to be the epicenter of autonomous, robotics, and many other activities.
And we're back with the Games of the Future 2025, this time with the upper bracket finals. One of these teams are going to be securing the top 2 spot after this best of 3 series. We've got Win, we've got Vikings, the favorites of the tournament versus Vikings, who definitely would make nobody surprised if they won as well. But either way, who's going to be winning, we're going to be finding out in the next 2-3 hours with my pretty genius analyst, I'd say. Handsome. I'd say genius. Milan and LeBron. But sure, if you want to be handsome, I will announce it that way next time.
If we want to be more handsome, we should move Harry away. It's the only way. It's the only way. I mean, thank you. We are going to this exciting series. I think a little bit fortunate for them, unfortunate for us. It's not an elimination series, but it is still pretty epic one.
Yeah, it's really a good series coming up. Like with a lot of like new faces and some old faces, right? Like for me personally, Win is the favorite, but it's gonna be kind of 60-40, like you said, Milan. I think both teams have like good quality, especially Win on the support roles. I think both of these two guys, they are like really strong support players. Like we can say like they are like they have a big potential to become tier 1 players in my eyes.
I mean, some of them already felt like they're playing like Virtus Pro or so not, like Hakoda and 1J. LTW played for Nigma Galaxy, played for OG. He has
Virtus Pro as well.
Yeah. He has international experience. Like some of these players definitely pretending. And now they're here to like, if you're kind of upcoming player and you're playing a show match against like maybe some retired players, maybe some lower tier players, you want to show dominance. You don't want to just win. You want to stop them.
Did these two teams meet in the group stage? I think not, right?
No.
Yeah, they were in different groups.
I mean, last series we had TI winner, Mind Control. This game we also gonna have TI winner, Admiral Bulldog, right? On the Viking side. Even though he's like lowest MMR in this team probably, right? I mean, he's streamer for like last maybe 7-8 years.
Yeah, but
9 years.
He still plays Dota daily for 8 years on this and that level. Like he still plays it daily, so mechanically he's still there.
Both teams gonna have like some streamer, like not like competitive player right now, right? Like Admiral Bulldog and Rostic. All other players, they're kind of competitive players.
Does that mean we're gonna get a real show?
Yeah, this is gonna be really good one.
It's always a show with Rustic. I mean, we had a bit of time to talk to him in backstage or like down there, and he's really excited about this tournament.
Yeah.
He seems to just really enjoy playing Dota.
I think he can be like competitive player, but he's like streamer and he's doing really well. One of the best streamers for sure. But in my eyes, he is mechanically very skilled.
He